What's up, duos? Jamie from Team Nexus here with team member Jason.
Hello.
And we're about to commentate on a duel here between Matthew and Kyle. Matthew seems to be using his Harpie deck.
Yeah, and Pendulum Magicians going up against.
This should be an interesting duel. Looks like Matthew starts off by activating Harpie's Chandler. It allows him to special summon a Harpie monster from his deck, and he seems to have special summoned one in defense mode.
Yeah, it seems he's not bricked this time.
He seems to overlay. What's he bringing? Trap.
Interesting choice. Traps relevant these days.
Looks like Kyle activates Pendulum Troll. Use it to send another Pendulum Troll to the graveyard. What is it Kyle's going to be? What is it that Kyle's looking for? It's very interesting. So, Matthew's deck is not a very popular or wide known deck. It's quite unique to him. He seems to have a very sentimental value to this deck. Sorry, I've just been informed it is actually very popular. Matthew has been playing this deck for quite a long time. He seems to be updating it quite often. He is very attached to it. Looks like Kyle puts a Dragon Pulse Magician in his Pendulum Steel. What's he going to do with this here? Do you have any ideas?
He's gonna set up a board.
Looks like he activates. Oh, looks like Matthew came in there with a good counter. Oh.
We have a problem here.
Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, good save for the Pendulum Troll. It saves Matthew's Pendulum monsters from being destroyed by card effects. Yeah, sorry, Kyle's Pendulum monsters. Pardon me. And he's adding double Iris Magician to the other Pendulum Steel. He's pendulum summoning 3 monsters. One of which is Harmonizing Magician, and 2.
Yeah, this is where pendulums really go off. This is quite dangerous for Matthew.
What seems to be 2 Astro Draft. Sorry for turning you off there, Jason.
Cal seems like he's gonna go off here.
He's loading into the Astro deck.
Decent board. What is it?
He has a 2 Astro Draft Magicians and a Harmonizing Magician. Oh, he looks like he normal summons a special summons a White Wing Magician. Sorry about this. Oh, overlay for a rank 4. Looks like he brings out a Time Star Magician. One of his new additions to his deck, which has proven very effective in previous duels. Looks like he's detaching and he's going to search a Dark Spellcaster monster from his deck. And it looks like it's a Performer Pal Skullcrabat Joker. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. Oh, another overlay. Was he going to bring out this time? An outright Absolute Dragon. Very good choice there. Oh, Kyle passes. On the end phase, Matthew gets to search a Harpie monster from the deck with the effect of one of his Harpie monsters from the graveyard. With the effect of Harpie Chandler from the graveyard. Sorry, he searches Harpie Chandler off of Harpie Purpose. Matthew draws return. He has what looks to be an interesting hand. I said interesting, that does not decide whether that's good or not. Jason, do you have any thoughts on this duel so far?
Matthew doesn't seem to have the greatest start setting one and one back row. Struggling, Matt. He's struggling very much. Once you set up those scales, just seem to go off pendulums.
Tile activates a Sky Iris, very good card. He's using it to pop his double Iris from his Pendulum Steel in order to search a odd eyes monster from his deck. And also when double Iris is popped, his effect activates to search a Pendulum draft card. Tile looks to be very in control of this duel so far. Looks like Tile activates his Star Pendulum Graph. He normal summons Joker and immediately activates his effect to search for a Wisdom Eye Magician from his deck. Adds it to hand. He's activating the effect of Time Star Magician to search an Astrograph Sorcerer. Interestingly, this is his last Astrograph Sorcerer out of his deck. He has no more there. I believe his other two are in the graveyard. Oh, and he sets. Oh, they are set. They're under Absolute Dragon. Sorry, I made a mistake there. He sets a Wisdom Eye Magician in his other Pendulum Zone to replace the previous one. He uses the effect of Wisdom Eye to pop himself from the Pendulum Zone. Looks like Astrograph effect is going to add a Wisdom Eye Magician. Matthew seems to be in a really bad position. He's only got one set card and one face down monster, whereas Kyle is setting up a very strong board at the moment.
Which is quite protected with like Sky Iris, so it's looking pretty difficult for Matthew here for a comeback to possibly unmount, especially with the skills and Sky Iris. Five.
That is all of his monster zones taken up. What is Tyler going to do next is the interesting question.
Yeah, it seems Matthew's struggling here. Interesting whether he can mount a comeback or not.
I've personally dueled against this deck, and once he gets a field like this, it's very hard to get over.
Yeah, it's basically pendulums. The new support they've got, it's made them really strong again.
It seems quite ironic that they are getting this kind of support very close to Link Summoning coming out.
Ooh, 1 second. Matthew drew his Garnet, and he set his Garnet in.
Looks like Kyle's overlaying. What does he bring out? Tornado Dragon. Very good choice by Kyle. He detaches to destroy Matthew's face down card, which was. He changed his third party of the effect of Hysteric, of it being popped to special summon 4 Harpies. And looks like Matthew concedes game 1. Welcome back everybody, this is game 2 of this very intense match between Matthew and Kyle. It seems that Kyle has chosen to go first. Matthew has chosen to go first, Kyle's going to go second. Matthew opens up with a Brilliant Fusion.
Great card now, he's got 2 normal summons of course.
It's a very good combo opener for Matthew in this deck.
Yeah, Matthew has obviously not bricked this time, which is interesting to see.
Hopefully we'll get a much more close-up matchup this round.
Yeah, we'll finally get to see the full power of Matthew's Harpie's deck.
Hopefully Kyle's deck will be able to cope more with this sudden increase in being able to in this board presence.
Yeah, pendulums are definitely useful too.
Matthew is now on 9,000 life points. and with the using the effect of his ancient fairy dragon. And he uses the effect of ancient fairy to bring out divine mist of the wind valley, or divine wind of the mist valley. Sorry, English is not my first language. Looks like he activates the divine wind
Valley.
The normal summons Harpie Dancer.
brings out a harpy dancer.
Activates effect to return to hand, and then the normal summons a queen. The effect of divine wind of this valley goes off once into special summon a wind monster from the deck.
Ooh, that's a very good combo, using the effect to pop itself back to special summon it to bring out another wind monster. I wonder how Tile's gonna cope with this kind of pressure on him now.
Yeah, Pendulums can come back from this.
It depends. We don't know if how good Tile's hand is. He could be just putting up a very strong poker face at the moment. Very, very good first hand by Matthew, I must say myself.
Yeah, last game was kind of disappointing, but yeah, this is definitely a turnaround for Matthew.
Matthew's setting up quite a decent board at the moment. Oh, seems to be going into an overlay. What will he bring out? And he brings out his Tornado Dragon. Interesting, as this card in the previous match had a bad effect on Matthew. Seriously cost him a significant portion of the duel, may have cost him the match in general. Oh, another overlay brings out his Red Eyes XZ monster. It's
Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon.
Thank you. I love its effect, but I also hate going against it. Its effect is anytime Kyle would activate an effect, he would lose 500 life points each one.
Yeah, Kyle seems to be backed into a corner here. Whenever he activates the skills, they're just going to get popped.
Yeah.
The tornadoes, so he has to play around this.
Yeah. And even if he activates the effects of the steals, he'll still take the 500 points of damage each time. He activates Pendulum Call, but because of the effect of Red Eyes, he takes a 500 point penalty. So the score now is on 9,000 to 7,500. Another point to bring up is, even if Kyle was to set down his pendulum steals in the pendulum zones, that is still technically activating an effect, which would in turn still cause him damage. This may be a very devastating play for Kyle. We may have to go into a round 3 simply because of that card.
I wouldn't count out Pendulums, to be honest. It could easily just come back. You just beat out the...
Kyle sets a monster in the pendulum zone, and that is another 500 points of damage to Kyle.
Kyle's skills are, of course, unaffected by card effects because of Pendulum Call, so Tornado Dragon's a little bit...
It at least protects them until the beginning of Kyle's next turn, which is...
Kyle can do his shenanigans, of course, so this is...
And
could be a comeback.
Which even protects him until Kyle's next turn, which means Matthew can't, for example, use Tornado Dragon on his turn to pop them instantly.
Problem is, Fire Metal Dragon's still a problem because to be able to mount a comeback, he's going to have to activate a bunch of effects, which is just going to cause him to burn. Take even more damage.
Kyle looks deep in thought at the moment, contemplating his next move.
You need to choose wisely.
That is another 500 points of damage. I believe that brings Kyle to 6,500. Jason, would Pendulum Summoning count as activating an effect?
No, I don't.
I just been informed by our official judge that it does not indeed deal damage, so he does not take the damage.
Very nice.
Ooh, and Kyle brings out Hot Eyes after the dragon. Possibly mounting a comeback. And the red eyes is off the field. Very good by Tile, getting that off the field. And using the effect of the Odd Eyes, he special summons a Odd Eyes monster from his extra deck. And using the effect of the Odd Eyes, he bounces back Matthew's back row.
Does seem to be too far powerful, the Pendulums. This is completely turned around,
Matthew now is on 6,500 life points, and so is Tile.
especially with one card in hand. Can Matthew make a comeback now?
Oh, Harpie Harvest effect allows him to bring another Harpie monster from the deck to the hand at the end phase. Matthew still gets his draw, so he may be able to launch some sort of comeback after this. He draws. He activates Spaghetti. Ooh, very good play, very good card.
Wipes
Very
the
clutch.
board.
Using Purple Poison destroys his field spell, looks like, and his Gem Knife Fusion. Sorry, that's fine.
Seems to be a bit of confusion here.
Matthew backed into a corner now. Both fields are empty, but I believe Tile might have the better field coming his turn because he'll hedge. 16. No, I believe that makes Tile on 4,400 life points now, but that's 16 damage, and Matthew's still on 65. This is a much closer, much more entertaining duel, wouldn't you agree, Jason?
Yeah, definitely. This is back and forth. With one card in hand each. This could go either way. But he has Pendulum skills, which could also
He
be
can
Cal the benefit.
He can create a very significant board with that.
Ooh.
Tile
Matthew's
activates
gonna
the
have-
Sky Iris. What's he gonna do with this?
Yeah, he's gonna Matthew's gonna have to do a lot to be able to stop the scales.
Tile contemplating his next move. Pendulum summons a monster from the extra zone
Defense.
in defense, and he passes.
Interesting play. Obviously now 2 cards in hand, which will hopefully give him the advantage, I think.
Oh, Matthew checking the effects of Sky Iris.
Does he have enough to the scales? That's the question. Stop his recursion, stop him from being able to summon monsters. It would be a great advantage.
Matthew normal summons.
Matthew's looking to go in this extract, which is looking a bit better.
I wonder if he's any plays it over this, because Tile might have the better advantage right now because he can just constantly re-bring his monsters back at the
With the
end.
Tornado Dragon though, he can pop both.
He used the effective Tornado Dragon to pop the Sky Iris first. Very good play by Matthew.
And then when he pops his skills, Cal might not be able to come back from this. Depending
Ooh,
on the
he
top decks,
pop-
of course.
Popped Kyle's right steel. Very good play by Matthew. Chose the correct one in my opinion. Kyle's starting to look desperate now. What can he do? What can he do?
Can he come back? That's the question.
Sets one card. Passes. Matthew draws. It's very intense right now. It's hard to tell who's actually going to win.
This looks like it's gonna take the
Matthew looks like he's trying to go for a slow but assured victory. Just slowly wear Kyle away.
That's like please done.
The two of them having an intense pointing competition, and I can't tell who's winning.
I'll go. Actually, one card in hand.
Kyle activates his time pendulum drop. Uses the effect that destroys his own monster in order to take out one of his opponents. Very good effect. If only he had drawn it sooner, he could have prevented his steals from being destroyed. Yes!
Oh.
Kyle just like the Joker. And Matthew surrenders. That's the duel. Thank you all for watching. This is Team Nexus signing out.